Okay, this is kind of a long one, but just bear with. You should have enough education by now to understand this. So last night, a small plane crashes over here. Remember Sunday, one landed on Lakeshore Drive in Chicago? This one crashed in a suburb right out by me. Okay? It's suspicious because it's so contained in one little area. Okay, the thing hit the ground, blew up, burnt right to the ground. The guy got out, he was on fire, and then his wife burned up. Okay? Now, the plane was a Cirrus SR-22. Okay? The one that landed on the highway on Sunday, remember the video? Was a Rand's Coyote. Remember the Coyote is the trickster? He's a joker. It's Saturn. Here's Cirrus. Okay? Cirrus has to do with Saturn's largest moon. Now, when they're talking about a plane crash, they're not talking about, these are created stories that are explaining the real story. A plane crash, two planes, plane crash. I don't know if this is the rings of Saturn intersecting with each other or if this is dimensional planes, but they're not airplanes. That's the story they're giving you. They're working it out in a way where it comes onto the news as plane crash, but it's really a plane crash, like a dimensional plane. Now look what it says here. I actually saw the pilot come out of the plane. He was on fire, McGee said. People were running with blankets for him. It was horrible. As soon as it crashed, it was just a pile of flames, said George Malik. Boom. As soon as they said Malik, I knew what that was. Here's what it says. The latter case is illustrated in such proper names as Abu Malik. Moloch is the father. He's the dude that burns people up in the Old Testament. He's the fire dude. Also significant were Sinu, the moon god, and the sun goddess, and Malik, or Moloch, the god of fire and sacrifice. So this dude came out, he was on fire, and she burnt up in there. You guys follow me? You see how they're playing this out using the news. They're using the news to run the stories of what's happening, either here or somewhere else. I don't know. But you can clearly see, here's Cirrus, that wound up being the coyote. Remember I showed you in the Simpsons episode? And then here's Cirrus, which happens to do, you have this Cirrus, and you also have Cirrus B. Okay? You also have Cirrus B. Well, I'll cover that in an updated one, but because I got to dig for that. But all of this stuff, you know, fire, burning up, sacrifice, woman dies, you know, Malik, Moloch, you know, Rands, you know, Coyote. It's all of this stuff. It's all the same thing. It's not a good time we live in. It's not good. And the news is going to keep covering these stories up, you see. They're going to keep covering them up because these things are going to start happening sporadically all over the place. And eventually they're going to get out of control where the news can't hide them anymore. Oh, I like how they got it crashed right at the Chase Bank that's got the big blue roof that makes the Xbox with the cube inside of it. Yeah, I got news for you. Planes don't... There would have been nowhere where that guy, Cirrus, that airplane is fast. I mean, that's a fast airplane. So if you were to look at this property, for him to have hit there and stayed there, that means he would have had to either land going this way here, across all of this, and slammed into something and blew up here, or he had to have come this way, or he would have had to come this way. That airplane, the stall speed, which means the minimum he could fly, you know, on that plane, has got to be, oh, it's got to be, unless he's got flaps, that's a fast-looking airplane, so that thing's probably somewhere between 70 and 90 miles an hour on landing. Okay, so, you know, when that happens at that speed, shit falls off and shit just gets strewn all over the place. What you're not seeing here. The names are highly suspicious, just like the one in Chicago that was on the lake. So that's two plane accidents in Chicago in less than 5 days. Now think about it. These aren't planes. These are planes. Planes, different dimensional things going on here. All kinds of stuff involved.